Oh. Should be up and running by now. I should hope so. Testing 3 2 1 testing. Can you hear me? Hello. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 3 2 1 testing. Can you hear me? Hello. Testing 1 2 3. Ah yes, there we go. It's working now. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to round number 10, races 19 and 20 of this FIA Formula 2 season for Revolution F1. We are here at Monza, a very, very chaotic track, so I guarantee we're going to be in for some really good racing this time out, after the absolute chaos that was Belgium. So not too long left of this championship, 3 races, or 3 tracks, 6 rounds. This one, Russia, and then Abu Dhabi. Constructors looking like it's pretty much sealed up by the Carlin boys of 5 Crown and Butler, and it also looks a bit like a Carlin battle for the drivers as well, unless Mr. Brando can finesse everyone and see what happens. Oh, we have a raid, thank you very much, Lucas F13. Thank you for the raid. We're going to have a little wait until cars start going out on track, as is or not. We got a high-tech of Aaron, I don't know. Aaron, I don't know. We're going to go with Aaron for now. Out on wet tyres, so I'm going to imagine that means it's a dry race. Let's quickly have a little gander at the standings, shall we? After last week. We also have 2 new drivers, I should point out. This week we have a Bradford 22, also he debuted in F1 last week. Around this track as well for Division 2 in the Ferrari alongside Alfie. Did quite well for himself, got P4 or P5, can't quite remember. And we also have SV One Shot, or One Shot PGR, just hasn't changed his gamer tag yet. Debuting for the Dams. P-Bent's now obviously has a teammate in Bradford. First time in a while he's had a teammate. I think I was the last person to be his teammate, I believe, back in the Austria weekend on my debut, where I drove the Haas. Not the Haas, the ART. I don't know why I said Haas, leave me alone. It's been a long day. But here we go, High-Tech out for his wet lap. I've rode on board for a little bit, but Ruxian is on an actual lap, so I'll go on board with Ruxian in a little bit. Let's have a quick look at the results. Formula 2. Oh, yellow flag, I believe that's Ruxian round. Yes, it is. Oh, he's lost his front wing as well. It's not going to do him a world of good, so that means Stewart will be next. Aside from Aaron on the wets. Brando has also gone out on the wet tyres. So this is some amazing strategy calls here from these guys. You know, I would definitely do the same. You know, it's bone dry, not a speck of water on track, and that fully justifies the full wet tyres. Funky Cactus has also joined these guys out on the wets. But here we go. So the standings so far is 5 Crown leading on 232 points, closely followed by his teammate on 227. Brando in third for Trident on 168. RF1 Platinum, who hasn't raced... Oh, he's not racing again today. But he is on 152. 2 points ahead of P-Bence in the ART, so P-Bence could maybe pull it off if he gets some really good race weekends and the Carlin guys have a bit of a flop. Aaron across the line now for a 1 minute 38.6, absolutely scintillating pace on those wets. Oh, that Brando in the wall. Stewart is on an actual lap on dry tyres, so just ride on board with him while I carry on doing these standings quickly. Where was I at? Tazonic is P6 in the other Trident on 135 points. Is he here tonight? I don't think he is. Nicholas P7 in the Prema, 110. Aaron in the High Tech, 79 points. Followed by White Meat on 74. He had a good podium last time out in the sprint race of Belgium. Stewart, we finally have again. After 2 race weekends out, he's in the MP, 57 points. So going to be wanting to claw back some points. And we have Funky and Loki, both on 35 points apiece in the Dams and the Campos respectively. Zombez in the UNI Virtuosi, 32 points, so it's quite close in the mid-lot. Then we have Taz FW, hasn't raced the last couple of weekends, and I don't think he's here tonight. But he is on 24 points. F2 Keen Sandman, he hasn't raced in a fair while, he's on 19. And then we have Marlon and myself tied on 14 points, even though I don't think either of us are racing anymore. We have Legend on... Hang on. Yeah, Legend on 11 points. I think Legend and Mr. Tado do need to be swapped round, because Mr. Tado's on 12 points. There's a slight little mix up of the order there. Stewart has done a 129.7, I missed that on the medium tyres. That's a very good lap from him. As he invalidates there. Quick ride on board. Mr. Tado is invalidated. He had a really good showing in Division 2 around here last week. He got P6 or P5. I think P6, so I think his best result of the season through the absolute carnage that was that race. Brando has gone P2 on the wets with a 137.5. Ah, Mr. Tazonic has joined. Yes. We'll have a quick ride on board. I believe One Shot is the next person out on a lap. So ride on board with him on his debut in the Dams car. Let's... Oh, I don't know why I went on board with the Trident there. Beautifully optimised game, this. And let's load Chatto back up. See what's good in Chatto. Currently have 6 viewers. Well done. Well done. Great. Welcome. Welcome everyone. 22 minutes left of this qualifying session round Parabolica for SV One Shot now, coming to complete his lap. Oh, that's a high tech off the road. Oh, he's almost been collected there by the Dams, but One Shot 135.8, and Aaron gets a penalty for that little collision there. Mr. Tado, I believe, is next to settle up. We now have 16 drivers with Mr. Tazonic joining us. Round the last corner now for Mr. Tado. Hopefully he doesn't get held up too much by this Trident. He's going to get a bit of a slipstream here. And across the line, 132.8. That's a good lap there from Mr. Tado. He's put him ahead of One Shot. So currently an MP1-2. Mr. Five Crown has also gone out on the wet tyres. Ruxian is back out on track on the dries again, getting ready for a lap, or is on a lap rather. Takes Lesmo too well this time. There's a spin at the last corner. I think that's Funky Cactus in the Dams. Or is that One Shot? No, that is Funky Cactus in the Dams there. There's Purple Middle Sector for Ruxian there. Ooh, he goes really wide and invalidates Ascari. That's obviously the trouble with that sequence of corners. Once you go wide or go slightly too deep into one part of it, it ruins the rest of it and you lose so much time or invalidate. So you have Mr. Five Crown on the wets, driving around. Oh, he's spun it, almost. It's grazed along the wall to keep him in a straight line. So we don't believe anyone else is going to be... Roxin's back on another lap on the dry tyres. So right on board with him for this lap. I'll do a hot lap a little later on when we have some more people going out on track. I'll get a quick track map up as well. I'll get prepared while we wait for these guys to do their initial runs. Purple first sector for Roxin, that. A little bit deep there into Lesmo 2, but he's got away with it. We have a dams round. I believe that's also a high tech as well at Lesmo 1. Roxin gets Ascari right this time. Tries to pick up a little bit of a slipstream from the dams of Funky Cactus. Round Parabolica now, one last corner to go. It's looking like a pretty decent lap for him so far. Up to the line. Keep it as tight as he can. It's 1:31.3, puts him P2, just ahead of Mr. Tado. So, Funky Cactus has settled 2-minute 4.5 on the wets and 5 Crown on 1:54.6. Absolutely scintillating paces. Well, that could be why they're on wets. They're anticipating setting the timing screens on fire. So they're going to use the wet tyres to put it back out after they've hit them with their hot mixtapes. So now we're just waiting a little bit longer. 18 minutes left of qualifying. Only just people out on wets at the moment. Just, I guess, getting a feel for the track. It's a very unique approach to it. Yellow flag, I believe that's Roxin letting Funky Cactus go through that. I believe this one has the corner names on it. Yeah, there we go. There's one with the corner names. Right, so there we go. I've got that ready now for when we do the hot lap look later on. Just over half of qualifying left to go. We have Mr. Five Crown coming back into the pits. So he's spun it around to the last corner. Those wet tyres absolutely cooked. have Funky Cactus off at Ascari as well, on the wet tyres as well. A little bit of a drift there, well held. 5 Crown comes back into the pits. I imagine Funky Cactus and Aaron are going to be doing the same. Bit of a drift there through Parabolica, not Parabolica, Ascari. Funky Cactus has gone into the gravel at Parabolica. Keep him well out of the way of Aaron there. Sliding around the last corner. So it's going to be an improvement on his time. No, it's not. 9/10 down. As Funky Cactus then comes back into the pits as well. Oh, there we go. Divbot's finally caught up 15 minutes into qualifying. We finally get the notification that Divbot has told everyone that I've gone live. Hello there, Nicholas in chat. How are you doing, my friend? Shame to not see you out on track tonight. So we still have just over half the grid yet to set a lap time. Everyone currently fitting a set of the soft tyres other than Tazonic on a set of mediums. But here we go, 14 minutes left of qualifying. Going to anticipate a lot of people are going to be doing the soft to medium strategy, I'd imagine. You could get away with medium soft, so it's either way around this track. We have P-Bents out on track in the ART with the Renault Academy sponsoring of Christian Lundgaard on the car. We also have Ruxian out again. Ruxian will be the first to start another lap in that Prema car. Mick Schumacher's one, as it's the red and white. No blue on the car, which will be Robert Schwartzman's. So here we go, round Parabolica now to start his lap. There we go, I'll turn off the HUD and we'll let the car go round. I think there's another couple of people coming out on track, as just seen down the pit lane there. Ruxian starting his lap now, DRS wide open, down into turn 1. Braking hard. Gets that turned in very nicely. Turn 2, don't want to be too early on the power. Send that nicely, a little bit of grass on the exit there, but it's fine. Around Curva Grande up to the second chicane. Braking hard, turning in very nicely. Has he got away with that? Yes, he's got away with that. He's 2/10 down on his time, by the looks of it. But around Lesmo 1, coming up to Lesmo 2 now. Oh, he's backed off, so he's not happy with his time by the looks of it. We'll have P-Bents on a lap then, so down to turn 1 he comes, we'll ride on board, braking hard. Getting it turned in, very nice use of the curb there. Now out of turn 2, gets on the power very, very nicely. Now around Curva Grande. We go into the second chicane. Purple sector 1 for the ART driver. Gets turned in very nicely. It's a very nice sequence of corners there for him. Lesmo 1 now, braking. Gets it turned in very nicely. Lets the car run wide. Does he? No, it keeps it rather centred. Now Lesmo 2 uses the runoff. Very nice. DRS wide open again. Now coming up to Ascari now. Purple sector 2 turns in nicely, a little bit of a lock up, but he's got away with it. Very nice run through Ascari there. This is a very solid lap so far from P-Bents. So you have the two, oh, that's Tazonic and I believe Brando on their laps. Yeah, that's the two Trident boys giving each other a tow. Right on board P-Bents for the rest of his lap, and then we have Zombez as well, up to the line, 1:28.7. That was a great lap there from P-Bents. We have Zombez, sorry, running up to the line now, 1:30.1, slots in P3. Apollo coming out on track. We have Tazonic getting a bit of a tow from his teammate. So both of the Trident boys working together a bit here. It's always nice to see. 29.1 in the first sector, not as fast as P-Bents. They should gain a fair bit back from these slipstreams these two Trident guys are giving each other. Osmo 2 gets it turned in very nicely. Now opening the DRS. Up to Ascari. Let's see where this sector 2 puts him. 9.6. Gets it turned in nicely. Carries the speed, yeah, very nice. Oh, he's round, he's touched the curb. Spun him round. That's Taz's lap, sadly in the bin. So run on board with Brando as he completes his. In the other Trident car, round the last corner he goes. Up to the line, hugs the apex. It's going to be 1:29.4, puts him P2. On quite up to matching P-Bents at the moment. Mr. Tado's on a lap. He's about matching his time. That was Tazonic putting his lap on the board. So I saw someone move. Zombez coming back into the pits, I'd imagine. And then, yeah, that's P-Bents there. So it will be Mr. Tado next across the line. Up to the line he goes. Looks like it's going to be an improvement. Yep, 4/10 improvement. Stays P6 on a 1:32.4. Respectable lap time there from the MP. Tazonic will be going again. 4/10 up in the first sector alone. This is looking like a much tidier lap from the Trident. As someone's just shot up the order, I think. I'm not sure who that was. Butler's now out on track as well as Apollo. Richard yet to leave the pit. Stuff of White Meat is out on track. Oh, Brando's round at Ascari. Ruxian will be next across the line by the looks of it. It's not going to be an improvement on his time, and he looks like he doesn't have enough fuel to go again. We have Aaron's lost it by the looks of it. Or is invalidated rather. Tazonic up to the line, improves to P3, 1:29.6, 2/10 off his teammate. As we have Zombez now coming across the line, is he? Or is he coming back into the pits? No, he's going to come across the line. Could be an improvement here. 29.5 splits the two Trident drivers. Up into P3 for Zombez. Great lap from him. As we have... who will be next? It will be Butler. Oh no, it will be Apollo. P7, 1:30.5. Then it will be Butler. Oh, I think that was just someone going off track there. But Butler up to the line now. What's it going to be? Is he going to match? Yes, he does. He beats P-Bents. 1/10 ahead. Great lap from the Carlin driver. We have Toft of White Meat on a lap. Funky Cactus about to start one, so it will be White Meat to complete his lap. He's 11 seconds up on his lap time. He invalidates, though he runs slightly wide at the Ascari chicane. Richard is now leaving the pits. Bradford's still yet to leave the pits as well. Right on board then. Funky Cactus looks like he's about to complete, or start a lap rather. Don't know if anyone else is on a lap ahead of him, aside from Toft, who invalidated. Sector 2 and 3 yellows. That's someone slowing down. Is that that's Ruxian by the looks of it. Stewart's on an out lap. Oh, we got a bit of a conga going on here. Everyone wants to get a bit of a slipstream here. Who's at the front of this train then? Oh, Butler's improving on his time. So Takes Ascari very nicely, runs wide and invalidates though. Tazonic looks like he's on another lap, as is Brando. The two Trident guys going at it again. Brad on an out lap now. Stewart. Has he just improved? No, he's starting a lap now. Microphone. Who will be next? Funky Cactus. 5.6 seconds up on his time in the dams. Rounding the last corner now. Up to the line. No, he comes into the pits. He has enough time to go again. Toft of white meat. Or will it be... That's neither of the... neither of the Tridents. It's a blue car. As Richard coming around to start a lap. This is quickly run on board with white meat as he goes to improve. 12.3 seconds up on his time. Across the line, 30.0. That's a great lap from him. Puts in P8, just ahead of Apollo. 5 crown through Ascari. Takes it very nicely. He's up on his time by a rather considerable margin. Running the last couple of corners now. We're getting a bit of a slipstream there. And he's closely followed by Aaron in the high-tech car. So I'll have a look at see where these two go. Going round across the line now for 5 crown. 29.6 and it's 29.2 from Aaron. As Stewart jumps up into P5 in the MP. Who's up next? That's Butler coming back into the pit lane, along with the Trident of Brando. So next across the line, Mr. Taking a lap. So next to complete a lap will be Richard. Rounding Ascari, he goes. Takes it quite nicely. Only Parabolica left now for the Charoos. 2 people left to set lap times. Bradford and Richard both out on track now on a lap. Round the last corner he goes. Let's have a look up to the line. What's it going to be? Low 31. Yep, 31.0. Puts in P12 just behind his teammate. Bradford now. He's purple in the middle sector. His teammate's got out of the way nicely for him. And I think he's going to get a bit of a tow now. As the other ART driver comes around the last corner. It's looking like a pretty solid lap from him so far. What's it going to be? Up to the line. 1 minute 30.1, P11 for Bradford. Who will be next? Aaron next, I believe. Oh no, he's out of fuel. Stewart's in the pits. Brando comes back out on track. 5 crown. He's on the lap now, by the looks of it. Or has he just completed one? So Mr. Taddo. Yep, Mr. Taddo on a lap. He's 2 seconds down. He might be coming back into the pits, is he? No, he's going to complete the lap. Go again. He hasn't improved on that attempt, but he can go again. Funky Cactus. Stuck behind Ruxian. Goes wide. That could invalidate both of his laps. Bit of traffic at the last corner for... is that Apollo there, or is that Richard? That is Apollo. But both of the other drivers peel off into the pits. So last couple of minutes now of qualifying. Let's have a look. Who can I get on board with quickly to do a quick hot lap? Funky Cactus is retired, so he'll be starting P16. SV1 Truck is also retired, so it's a back row for the Dams drivers. White Meat goes retires from P10. Tazonic retires from P3. 5 crown rounding the last corner now. 3/10 up on his time. Where's this going to get him? About P3, P4. Let's have a look. Up to P5. 29.3 for the Carlin driver. Zombies into the first corner. Bradford, he is starting another lap now. Apollo, 3/10 up on his time. Let's quickly get a track map and let's ride on board with Mr. Butler and do a hot lap for you. So this is along the straight, Rettifilo. I can't pronounce Rettifilo Tribune into the first corner of Rettifilo, braking very hard, around about 100 metres, just over. Always invalidated. So that's a bit of a bummer there for the Carlin driver. Hang on, is there anyone else we could do it for? Apollo improves to a 29.4. Puts a P8. A very good lap from him. Is anyone starting a lap? Please. No, Richard Pitts. Oh, Aaron's gone. I need to stop calling him Aran. Aaron's gone. That's his qualifying over in the wall. 5 Crown has pulled over to the side, letting everyone through. And Stewart, here we go, Stewart's starting a lap now. So we'll go on board with him then. Rettifilo Tribune, home straight. Into the Rettifilo now, 150 metres, braking hard, turning in. Very nice there. Through the first couple of corners. Now going round up to the Curva Grande. Keeping it nice and tight to the apex here. It's qualifying over. I have no idea how to pronounce that. Hang on. Zoom in quick. Variante della Roggia is the name of the second chicane. Into Lesmo 1 and 2. It's looking like quite a nice lap so far from Stewart. Lesmo 2 now. Turn in. Let the car bite. He's done so. Little run wide, but that's fine. That's what you want. Now coming along to the... the first part of Ascari is actually called the Curva del Vialone, and then this part is Ascari. Gets that done nicely, doesn't run wide and invalidate. Now along the back straight up to Curva Parabolica. This is looking like a very solid lap from Stewart so far. Round the last corner he goes. Up to the line, where's this lap going to put him? Looking like a promising one. Up to the line, P6, so the 29.3, just had a 5 Crown. Zombez is invalidated. And that is qualifying over for the first of the 2 races here. We have the feature race and then the sprint race. So a quick rundown of the grid for you. JC Butler starting on pole position for Carlin, ahead of P-Bents in the ART, Tazonic and his teammate Brando for the Trident team, locking out the second row. Aaron P5 in the high-tech with a 5-place grid penalty, so Stewart will start P5, 5 Crown P6, Apollo P7, Bradford on his debut will be P8, Zombers P9, and I believe Aaron will be starting P10, or Ruxian will be P10 and Aaron will be P11. Toft of White Meat P12, Richard P13, Mr. Tallow 14th, SV1 Shot on his debut P15, and Funky Cactus, not able to get a lap on the dry tyres in, will be starting P16. Quite a short race distance for such a high speed circuit. I'll have to wait and see once obviously they get out of the formation lap and onto the first lap how many laps there are. But could imagine a lot of these guys going soft to medium. Some of the back guys wanting to get a bit further up, go medium to soft. So could see a very, very sporadic change for the or a sporadic choice in strategy. Personally, I'll go for the soft to the medium. You want to start on the fast tyre, especially in Formula 2, and then finish on the race tyre. As the 30-second countdown has started from Aaron. Now, about to get underway for the formation lap here. The first of 2 races tonight, feature race, and then the sprint race. Obviously, in real Formula 2, there is now 3 races. There's 2 sprint races on the Saturday, and the feature race is now on the Sunday. So you do 2 shorter races on Saturday, and one longer race on Sunday. So, ready for the formation lap, away they go. 15 laps here for the feature race, so I'm going to guess about 12, 13, or 11, say 11, that's my guess this week. for the sprint race, but we have the first of the two to begin with. We have Mr. Ronan in chat. Hello there. Cheering on Taz and Butler, P1 and P3. Oh, Butler looking very good into this weekend, doing exactly what he needs to do to close the gap to his teammate and championship rival 5 Crown, who's down in P6 at the moment. So you have 6 viewers at the beginning of the race. Hello everyone, good evening. As we just wait, all the drivers warming up their tyres. No tyre blankets in Formula 2, so they obviously start at the kind of ambient temperature of the track, and that's not very good, especially for when you want to be going fast. So the formation lap is obviously very, very crucial in F2. Not so much in F1, because obviously you do have tyre blankets and much more load into the car through corners. So it's a lot easier to warm up your tyres in Formula 1 than it is in Formula 2. So if you start on cold tyres here in Formula 2, then we'll have to compensate later on. Tado Monza Miracle V2. We can always hope. He's currently P14. He's got the 2 dams behind him, but anything's possible. We did see in Division 2 here. Tado's masterclass indeed did come to fruition. The race just gone last Sunday here. So let's hope and see if he can pull it off again. Here we go. Drivers are now reforming their grid into their grid slots. 5 Crown has been disqualified. Not sure what for. Hopefully I can get a decent camera for the start. Just waiting for the last dams car to pull up now. 15 laps of racing await here at Monza for the Italian Grand Prix, round number 19, or race number 19, round 10. Three, 4, 5 red lights. Lights out and away we go. As a good start from the front 2. P. Benson's got a little bit of a better start by the looks of it. He's alongside JC Butler into T1. He's going to have the move done by the looks of it. Stewart's had a good start. 5 Crown's had a bit of a disaster. Apollo's had an amazing start. Already up to P4. Side by side with Stewart there as round the first couple of corners. Now Tazonic has got past Butler. And it's not been the best of starts for the pole sitter here. He's still side by side though with the Trident into the second chicane here. Is he going to go for a move? No, he's not. He's going to back out. Just bide his time. Brando, oh no, 5 Crown on a move on Brando. Somehow gets that move done, but it doesn't affect his line. Brando's going to go down the inside here at Lesmo 1, is he? Surely not. He's a bit of contact and Brando's round. Oh, that's not the best of starts at all. It's not what you want. Tough to White Meat is up to P11. Funky Cactus from last on the grid is P10. As it's been an absolute disaster for Brando so far. But long races, yeah, for another 15 laps. As P-Bens leads from Tazonic, JC Butler, Stewart, 5 Crown. Oh my god, what's happened there? Tazonic is round in the wall. I don't know if he's collected or been collected by anyone. I don't think he has. But that means Stewart is now up into P2. Butler's going to have a look around the outside as he knows, just doesn't get the move, doesn't get the run. SV1 shot has been passed by Brando on his debut. We have Apollo on 5 Crown. Going along the start-finish straight here. I just realised I haven't turned anything on. Oh no. Tazonic gets a penalty for speeding in the pit lane to add to his woes. But down the inside Apollo goes. Is he going to harry that move? No, he's not. It doesn't get the traction that 5 Crown gets from the outside where the racing line is. Mr. Apollo still in P number 5, but he's still right on the back there. Zombez. I'm not sure what's happening with the timings here, but Zombez is getting in on the in on the action here. I'll give it a couple of laps to sort itself out, but Zombez on Apollo, is he going to have it done? No, thinks better of it. This is allowing 5 Crown to escape from Apollo here, but Bradford as well. Stayed where he qualified so far, but Ruxian and Toft of Whitemeat, so I think Whitemeat's had a bit of a mistake there because he's also going to lose a place to Richard. Yes, he is. And through they both go. Richard, is he going to go for a move into Ascari? Surely not this early into the race. No, he thinks better of it. Mr. Taddo has been passed by Brando. One shot's round in the wall. No, he's not. He's just about kept it out of the wall. Aaron's P15 and Tazonic P16. I think now it's sorted itself out. Lap 3. P-Bence sets the fastest lap of the race from Stewart, from Butler, 5 Crown, Apollo. Stewart sets the fastest lap. Zombez, Bradford, Funky Cactus, Ruxian and Richard the top 10. Zombez in on this little train here. 5 Crowns creating. No one really able to pull away. Obviously, slipstream fest that is Monza. Funky Cactus have got past Bradford there. He's gained 9 positions on this opening stint of the race. Yellow flag in sector 1. I'm not sure, was that Brando? No, Brando's there. That's I believe Richard. Yes, it is. Brando round the outside of Toft of Whitemeat. He's going to have it done. Whitemeat stays on the inside. Side by side out of that corner, and Brando's just got it done. He's making gains on his lap 1 incident. He's obviously got to. He may have to pit again though. No, he didn't pit. It's Tazonic that pit. Tazonic and Aaron pit. They will have to pit again, sadly, as they haven't done the mandatory 3 laps before a pit stop. That is the rule in Formula 2. As yellow flags, it's 1 shot again by the looks of it. Zombez on Apollo. He's getting close. DRS is obviously enabled, so we could have a look here into T1. P-Bence it's the fastest lap. And is pulling away at the front slowly. He's out of DRS of Stewart. DRS from Zombez now on Apollo. Is he going to have this done into T1? He has a bit of a look. Doesn't send it though. It gets quite close in the braking zone though, as he tries to cut underneath, but Apollo's just covered it off nicely. Ruxian's just behind Bradford, not quite close enough to go for a move yet. Right on board with Zombez here then. He's still trying to find his way past the Charus of Apollo. Apollo having a pretty decent race so far. He's not had the best of luck here so far. Bradford is the first driver to pick up penalties for multiple penalty for multiple warnings. But we could see a fair bit more of that. Aaron sets the fastest lap on those medium tyres. Down the bottom, really needs a safety car to come out. But here we go, Zombez on Apollo. Is he going to look to the inside or the outside? Goes to the inside. On the run up to Ascari. Down the inside it goes. Is he going to have the move done? Apollo, is he going to try and hang it around the outside? Yes, he is. And they've got it done. No contact. Oh, Apollo's sent off and into the wall. He's round. I don't know if that was contact or not, but it looked right on the edge to me, but obviously I don't really see what the drivers do. But P-Bence comes into the pits very early, so he's going for an undercut. Stewart is now released into the lead of the race, with Butler close behind in second. 5 Crown pits as well. Zombez picks up a penalty for speeding in the pit lane. It's not going to do him a world of good. Funky Cactus has gained 13 positions. He's had a phenomenal race so far. Obviously a lot of people pitting. Apollo picks up a penalty for speeding in the pit lane, just to add to his troubles here. Sector 3 yellows. That's someone round at the last corner. Is that Richard? Yes, it is. It's not been the best so far. I was just saying to how Apollo was having one of his best races so far, but sadly that's ended. Don't really want to try and keep it side by side through Ascari, especially this early into the race. The cars are still quite heavy, so that's kind of been his downfall there. But anyways, lap 5 of 15, a third of the way through this race now, as Richard is now last. Tazonic is still only just behind Apollo at the moment, but he's definitely getting back there. Bradford and Brando down into Ascari. Bradford's kind of let him go there. A smart move. Don't want to hold up those that you know are faster than you. It'll just cause many incidents. We're going to probably see the rest of the front lot on softs pit this lap, I'd imagine, just to savour being undercut too bad by the likes of P-Benz 5 ground. Yeah, there we go, Stewart and Butler on cue into the pit lane. Funky Cactus follows them in, as does Brando. Brad as well, does he? Yes, he does. He thought about changing. Toft of White Meat as well. Don't speed into the pits, no. Mr. Taddo stays out for another lap. Mr. Taddo is going to lead the race for a little bit. Come on, can I get some hype in chat for Mr. Taddo leading a race? Look at this. I'll give you... Hang on, there you go. Just his car going through the first couple of corners in the lead. And off he goes, right. P-Benz has got back past Stewart, so the overcut for Stewart hasn't worked. Butler as well. They haven't really gained on him all that much, although Stewart kind of is now within DRS, so Stewart has gained a little bit from that, but he's just got to hope that he stays within that DRS to see what happens later on in the race. Try and make a move. We have a sector 1 yellow, I believe that's one shot again. Yes, it is. Not having a fun time on his debut. Toft of White Meat under threat from Aaron here. Is he going to go for a move into the second chicane? I don't think so. No, he's not close enough. As Ruxian's off the track, that's not going to do him a lot of good. It could be under threat from Bradford here. Yes, he is. Bradford swoops round the outside of Lesmo 1. Ruxian's still kind of in there though. Brad's got the move done into P9 for the ART driver. So as it stands, he would get points on his debut, but Ruxian is going to come back at him here with DRS. Going down into Ascari. He's going to have this done, I think, definitely before the braking point. Is Brad going to try and hang it around the outside? No, he's not. He just stays behind, bides his time. White Meat picks up another penalty, or picks up a penalty. Ruxian picks up a penalty as well. So lots of penalties going around now, as we have a little bit of a conga here from P9 to P12. But up at the front, Mr. Taddo has come into the pits. So he did have a lap of leading the race, so that's all good. Oh, Stewart almost goes into the back of P-Benz there, braking a little bit too late. Almost ends his front wing into the back of the ART, but manages to slow it down enough and peel out of the way. But that's going to cost him a lot of time. He's still within DRS so far, but he's just got to try and keep it there until he can have another go. Zombies and Funky Cactus not too far apart either, with Brando close behind. So Brando really doing a good job so far to salvage that T1 or his lap 1 incident. But Zombies picks up a penalty, goes a bit wide, and that's going to allow Funky Cactus through. Doesn't get anything in the way of... It gets a little bit in the way of Brando. Brando runs wide and picks up a penalty. That's not going to do him a lot of good. They're just seeing a fair few people still yet to get penalties. A couple of 5 seconds, but only 3. Oh no, only 5 people so far to pick up a track. Oh, Brando into the back of Zombies, pushed him wide there. Just overshot his braking marker. 5 ground's gone in the wall, and he's out of the race. That is a massive shame there for the Dams. He was doing so well. He's just dropped it on the curb. Very easy to do. Bradford on Aaron here. Is there going to be a safety car though? They could pay to Brad's overtake here. No, not at the moment. Round the outside, he's looking with Parabolica. Can't really get that done. Zombies has lost it as well. Stewart picks up a penalty. That's huge for this race. That means Butler could get past him at the end of it. So he's just going to have to hope that the others around him pick up penalties. We have a 3-way battle here for P7. Bradford down the inside of T1, doesn't want to brake late. Or Aaron overshoots the corner, and was that a bit of a tap or rear locking in the brakes? Ruxian's off the track and he's almost spun. Mr. Toft of White Meat on the back of Brad here. There's so much going on. Is he going to have a look down the inside? No, he's not. Bradford is, though. He gets a bit of a tap from the HWA, and they go make contact with the high-tech there of Aaron. And Toft of White Meat's now lost a place to Apollo. Apollo's in on this train as well. He does have a 5-second time penalty, though. But as P-Benz has lost the lead, P-Bence has made a mistake, or he's just been overtaken in a straight line by the by Stewart and Butler. Butler down the inside, back into the position he started in P1. By the looks of it, yes he is. He might have DRS as well. Has he? We're about to find out. No, he doesn't, so he's going to be vulnerable from these guys again. Stewart pulls out and goes for the move. Down the inside. Is he going to get it done? No. He definitely thought about it though. A little bit of a wobble there from Stewart on the exit. P-Bence right on him. No one currently making a move, so Butler's managed to hold on that straight. 7 laps left, 9 of 15. P-Bence is going to go down the inside of Stewart here at the second chicane. Does he know? He thinks better of it. So a quick look at the battle here. Bradford's lost a position to Whitemeat, and he's also picked up another penalty somewhere. Apollo is on the back of Aaron as well, so he's going to definitely want to try and move. Tazonic and Zombez. Down the inside, is he? A little bit of a wobble along the straight, but he's got away with it. Can't quite get the move done yet. Is he going to have a look down into Lesmo 1? Yes, maybe. No. Thought better of it. He's going to have to wait. He can wait. There is another DRS straight literally after this corner, so very smart here from Tazonic to wait until he has DRS. Down the back straight. Is he going to go left? Is he going to go right? He goes to the left. Down the inside. He's going to have this done, surely. Brakes late, although Zombez comes back round. Oh, Whitemeat's retired, and where is he retired? Oh, he's off to the right. That's a massive shame for him. He was having quite a good race as well. Tazonic has just got past Zombez before the safety car came out. This safety car has definitely saved Aaron, because he should have to pit again, as he pitted before lap 3. So he may be P6 at the moment, but I'd definitely recommend coming in for maybe another set of softs if he has them. Yes, damage is on Ronan. But I guess it's just one of those one of those crashes where you don't lose a wheel and your engine just destroys itself. Ruxian into the pits, the service penalty, another set of mediums going on. They are his sprint race tyres, so bit of a bold call here from Ruxian to go on those. Bradford onto a set of softs. Yeah, there we go, it gets released. It'll be P12, but he's going to be on fresh soft tyres. So this has really neutralised the race a bit. Lap number 10 of 15. So Butler back in the lead, Stewart in second, but he does have a 3-second time penalty. P-Bence is third, 5 Crown fourth. Brando after his lap 1 melee in P5, but he also has a penalty. Aaron in P6, I believe he is yet to make another pit stop. Apollo P7, so he's recovered from his earlier moments, but he does have a penalty as well. Zombez. Oh, Butler being a bit psychological there. He's playing a bit mind games on Stewart. Am I going to come into the pits? No, I'm not. It's Mr. Taddo in P9. So Mr. Taddo will get 2 points as it stands. Although he will jump a lot of people that have penalties, so Mr. Taddo could be on sprint race pole. Depending on what happens here, but we'll have to wait and see. Richard P10, Tazonic P11, Bradford in P12, Ruxian 13, SV One Shot 14th. 2 drivers out of the race, Toft of Whitemeat and Funky Cactus, with 5 laps left to go. We have a safety car. So this is going to really reset the race. We're going to have basically a sprint race within the feature race, just the last few laps. Have a quick look at the tyres. Yeah, there you go. So Tazonic and Bradford on brand new softs, as well as SV One Shot. Apollo picks up a penalty under safety car. That's very unique. Although around this track it's quite easy to do. So Just have to wait and see. Safety car, I'd imagine, will be in next lap. Still a lot of cars left to rejoin this queue. As soon as we see the lights go out at the top of it, that will be one when the safety car comes in. But with this game, you never know. It could call itself around the last corner. It did in Division 2 at Monza last week. It literally did just decide to call itself out as they were going around the last corner. As is this amazingly optimised game by Codemasters. So safety car, by the looks of it, will be staying out for at least one more lap while we wait for the rest of the queue, the rest of the field rather, to queue up behind the safety car queue. So a fair few people left to get penalties at the moment, but anything can happen. We still have a lot of... Bradford picks up a penalty, so that's 9 seconds for him. So yeah, I was just about to say, it's very easy to do. Right, so here we go. Still under the safety car at the moment, waiting for the rest of the queue to catch up. Bradford and Roxian only coming into the first corner, or coming out of the first corner rather, and then Mr. Tazonic a little bit further behind as well. Taz is in a really good position here. He's on brand new softs without a penalty. And there's only... After this lap, we have 3 laps of could have 3 laps of racing, depending on if the safety car comes in this lap or next lap. But as is Monza, anything can happen. We're only in the feature race. We still have a sprint race, which is usually a lot more carnage. As was proven last week, it was absolute, you know, Armageddon for the feature for the sprint race of Belgium. But safety car stays out for another lap. Yeah, lights are still on, so still got one more lap under safety car, unless it decides it wants to come in now. No, so we will only have 2 racing laps. So anything could happen. Anyone with a penalty is not in a good position right now. As it could drop you down the order a lot if we're only going to have 2 racing laps. So Stewart could lose out a lot, Brando could lose out a lot, Apollo, Zombez, they could be dropped out a lot, dropped out of the points potentially, but Bradford, Ruxian and One Shot. One Shot is a lap down. But Ruxian and Bradford, they're going to have a lot of work to do that ultimately could result in nothing. But yeah, we have Nicholas in chat. Tazonic, good chance for reversed grid pole. Yes, indeed. He's on the brand new softs and he doesn't have a penalty, so we'll definitely have to wait and see what happens. I think that would be quite a smart thing to do, is, you know, get into P8 and then just hold it, and you'll have sprint race pole, or even then, everyone ahead of you with penalties, just stick in that window. It could be anyone's go. But here we go, lap 13 of 15. Safety car looks like it's in this lap. Lights have gone green, but... Oh, there you go, lights have now gone out. Safety car will be in this lap. We'll get 2 laps of racing here at Monza for the last couple of laps for the feature race. It's one final chance to warm up their tyres. Butler dictating the pace. Obviously, let the safety car go, and then he can go whenever he wants. He could play it safe and, you know, slow the pack right down as he is doing now, or he could just bolt, but obviously then you run the risk of catching up to the safety car at a really bad time. Butler has wing damage as well, I've just seen. So that's not going to do his chances here a world of good, but I'll have to wait and see what happens. Safety car is now in the pits. Butler is gone, and we are back underway for 2 laps of racing here in Monza, and it's a pretty good restart there from Butler. He's doing everything he needs to do. Stewart is sticking with him, as is P-Bence. We already have Tazonic making moves. He's already passed Richard there. P-Bence, is he going to look down the inside of Stewart? No, he's not. He thinks better of it. 5 Crowns round the first corner, and he's almost collected Apollo as well. Aaron's almost gone, and Apollo's almost gone as well, and no one's got their tyres up to temperature properly. As Brando and P-Bence are side by side for the podium places. Brando is a bit squeezed by P-Bence there. Up to the second chicane. He's going to go around the outside. Yes, he is. Breaks that fraction later, and he gets the move done. Beautiful move there from Brando. That's amazing. He's got a lot of work to do, though. Mr. Taddo picks up a penalty. And, oh, that's a massive shame there for him. Tazonic is just behind him as well on those brand new softs. Bradford hasn't really moved much on his new softs as well, so... Oop. As my mic cuts out again. 5 Crown is on the back of Zombez there. He picks up a penalty. Mr. Taddo locks the rears into Ascari there. He almost cuts off Ruxian. But Tazonic could kind of stay here, and he would jump all the way up to P6. This, we'll just have to wait and see where everyone finishes. But Butler is at the front. Last lap of the race. Stewart's got one real opportunity here, although he does have a penalty, as does Brando. Aaron picks up a penalty for speeding in the pit lane. That's going to drop him out of the points. P-Bence on Brando. Is he going to get this move done? No, he thinks better of it. He could just stick behind him, but obviously it's a lot nicer if you beat people on track rather than penalties. But 5 Crown still on the back of Zombez, can't find a way through. Tazonic back on the back of Mr. Taddo. Mr. Taddo goes wide and off the track onto the grass. That's going to also lose him a place to Ruxian and maybe even Bradford here. So there's a little bit of a disaster there for Mr. Taddo. But 5 Crown still on the back of Zombez, Ruxian, Taddo, Brad, all within, you know, little train behind Tazonic. We have a yellow flag. That's supposed to be one-shot round at the chicane, but here we go. Stewart, he's got one real opportunity here, but it won't be enough. Looks like Butler will be winning this race. One more corner to go. He's got a good run though, but is he going to have a look? No. Well, he had a bit of a look, but didn't want to commit to it. But round the last corner comes the Carlin of Butler. Started on pole at a bit of a bad start, but he's recovered from it. And across the line he comes to win the feature race. Stewart finishes P2, but gets demoted down to P3 on penalties. P-Bence P2. Brando with his recovery drive to P4, Tazonic P5, 5 Crown P6, Apollo P7, Ruxian P8. Ruxian will be starting on sprint race pole. Richard 9th. Mr. Taddo salvages one single point. Zombez down to P11. Bradford on his debut P12. Aaron P13 after having to pit on the last lap. One shot finishes his debut P14. And there we go, that is the first of the 2 races done. Mr. Taddo gets driver of the day. So Butler wins from P-Bence and Stewart P3. There you go, the Carlin man doing his dance there on the podium to collect another race win. Really going to help him in his championship fight against his teammate. And Mr. Not Mr. P-Bence picking up second place for ART's finishing where he started, and Stewart picking up a podium. Could have been P2, but unfortunately had the penalty. Brando recovering all the way to P4 after being stoned at last on lap 1, so it's a great recovery from him. Just a shame he had that penalty. Tazonic P5 in the other Trident, after a little switch to softs and not getting any penalties. 5 Crown P6, Apollo P7, Ruxian P8, and he'll be starting the sprint race from pole position. Richard 9th, Mr. Taddo rounding out the points. How many front wing changes did we have? Can I check? Oh, yes, I can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 front wing changes. That race. That's quite a good feature, I like it. You can just see the front wing changes, and it actually tells you how long the pit stop was as well. Which is all good. It's all quite interesting. 8 viewers for the start of the sprint race, and it's it's overcast. Oh, could rain be on the horizon? So as we just wait their final preparations before this race starts, obviously no mandatory pit stop in the sprint race. Points are P1 to 8 rather than 1 to 10, and point system is slightly different from the sprint race to the feature race. Just about to start the formation lap for the final race this evening, round number 20, or race number 20 rather, of round 10. Only 4 races after this, but there you go. Ruxian on pole, 11 laps. Apollo 2nd, 5 Crown 3rd, Tazonic 4th, Brando 5th, Stewart 6th, P-Ben 7th, JC Butler 8th, Richard 9th, Mr. Taddo rounding out the top 10. Zombez starts 11th. Hang on. Let's quickly position change it for now. Zombez 11th, Bradford 12th, Aaron P 13th, One Shot 14th, White Meat 15th, and Funky Cactus is last of the running cars as we start the formation lap. So only 11 laps, no mandatory pit stop. Everyone on the medium tyres. Yep, just double check, just in case. Oh, Funky Cactus have left the session. That's not good. I'll try and get him an invite back quickly. I can't seem to invite him. Hopefully he can get back in. We believe in a Sir Mr. Spiddo sprint race masterclass. Well, he's P10, anything can happen. Let's see if he can salvage another couple of points this weekend. Do an absolute masterclass and go from P10 to P1 in a lap. So Ruxian gets on the grass there, almost spinning. As we come now, last couple of corners, or last corner now, for most, if not all, the drivers. To finish this formation lap. Last chance to warm up their tyres, warm up their brakes, and get ready for this race start, and just see who can go where from the start. Obviously, we want to try and keep it clean, no real incidents, although they are quite fun to watch. Just absolute chaos. But everything waits to be seen. Forming up the grid now for the sprint race here at Monza. So there we go, last of the running cars forming up the grid now, and the grid is all set. I have no idea what this camera is. There we go, 3, 4, 5 red lights. Lights out and away we go. It's a pretty good start for the front two. Tazonic's got a great start as well, and Apollo's already up into the lead. He's got a much better start than Ruxian. down to the first corner, 3 wide for the 2 Tridents and 5 Crown. Around the outside, Ruxian goes to try and retake the lead. Is he going to get it done? No. Apollo just gets it nicely cut off, and off he goes into the lead for the race. Tazonic now as well, side by side with Ruxian. Down the inside of Curva Grande we go. Ruxian is really going backwards here. Tazonic is now up into P2. 5 Crown is on the back of these guys. Couldn't make it 3 wide, is he? No, he's not, surely. Ruxian's back ahead of Tazonic, and no, there's contact between 5 Crown and Taz. Ruxian's off as well. Butler's just gone up into P2, but oh my goodness gracious me. What on earth has just happened there? Aaron's got up into P3 as well. Ruxian's had an absolute disaster. He's P14. Mr. Tallow's up into 7th. It's, I didn't really quite catch what happened there. It's just Tazonic and 5 Crown made a bit of contact, or Brando made a bit of contact. Oh no, it was Tazonic because it was a car then. Yeah, made a bit of contact. Ruxian spun on his own accord, but here we go. Richard and Taz. Richard down the inside of Parabolica. Or Taz ran the... Ugh. They couldn't quite get it done. He's asked to stay behind Richard for a little bit longer. Zombez on Ruxian now. Down the inside he goes. Is he? No. Ruxian goes a little bit wide. Funky Cactus still not in the session. I can't invite him, sadly. But Ruxian comes into the pits. Speeds into the pit lane as well, just to add to the insult to injury. But I have no idea what's going on in terms of the order, but Apollo is absolutely gone. He is leading this race by a good few seconds. Hopefully he can keep it. I'd love to see Apollo on the podium. But all remains to be seen. Wait until the order fixes itself. Which I believe it has now. Now we just wait for the intervals to fix themselves. There we go. Apollo 4 seconds ahead. As someone's round. Is that 5 Crown? Yes, it is. That's not the best of races for the Carlin driver. And his teammates up in P2, crucially for the championship. Aaron is also on the back there. He had DRS but didn't use it. Is his DRS offline, or did he just forget to use it? Not sure, but these guys are going to try and catch Apollo, but he's currently 4 seconds ahead. I really hope he can hold on. It'd be great, but here we go. Aaron down the inside of Parabolica. He goes. Is he going to get this done? He definitely gives it a go. Butler's going to try and hang it around the outside. Is he? Yes, he is. Side by side through the last corner. Apollo sets the fastest lap of the race. And over the line, Aaron takes the fastest lap. They're side by side still from the last corner to the first. Who's going to brake later? Who's going to get this done? Is it... Well, it looks like it's Butler. He's going to try and hang it around the outside. Yes, he is. Aaron's going to try and keep his nose in there. He does. He gets the better traction from the racing line. Still side by side. And he's going to have it done. Is he slightly bit ahead? And he's got the move done. It's great racing from these two. But all the while they fight, Apollo is pulling away. That's all he really has to do. He's just got to keep it within the white lines. And that's one shot round as well at the last corner. Or not last corner, at Lesmo 2. But there's been a great start from Aaron. 11 positions gained. Butler gained 5. Bradford has gained 6. He's in the points. Whitemeat's gained 7. He's got the last point of the weekend so far. Mr. Tallow's down in P10, but you know he's keeping to himself. He's not too far off Taz. Zombez and Funky Cactus, but Funky Cactus isn't still back in the lobby. It's really annoying that I can't invite him. I'll try again quickly. Hang on. No, that's... Ah, God. I have no idea what I'm doing. Oh, as 5 Crown goes through Tazonic. Funky Cactus there, sorry. Yeah, it's not letting me invite him. Hang on. Funky Cactus, view gamer card. Ah, it's not letting me invite him. But anyways, we have Butler and Aaron back at the top. And Butler's got the move done this time. He's back up into P number 2. Aaron back down to P3, but he's got the slipstream. He's going to pull out to the left, is he? Yes, he is. down the inside. He's going to look for second chicane. He can't quite get it done. Butler leaves the space though. That was great racing from these two so far. And it's he's got on the curb, he's almost spun, but he's kept it. P-Benz is also just behind these guys, Stewart as well. But Bradford has dropped a position though by the looks of it. Here we go, here is the battle for P2. There's yellow flags, I think that's 5 crown again, is it? Yes it is. He's really not having the best of sprint races here. Aaron down the inside of Parabolica he goes. Is he going to get this done? They're going to be side by side again. It's absolute madness from these two. Side by side along the straight. Aaron's got DRS. I was about to say fastest lap, I think he has that as well, but he's got DRS. Now Brando has fastest lap. Is he going to go around JC Butler around the outside? No, he can't quite get it done. He's going to stick behind him for now. This is great racing. Ronan in chat, Aaron's on an absolute tear. Indeed he is. 11 positions gained for the high-tech driver. Now he looks like he's going to go after Apollo. 4.1 seconds up the road. But all Apollo has to do is just carry on doing what he's doing. Keep it on the track and just try not to lose as much time. But with these guys it's definitely going to be tough unless they start battling again. And Butler's looks like he's going to size up a move. He's going to have DRS going into Ascari out of this corner here. There's Mo2. He got DRS. Is he going to go for a move? He's gaining on him. All around the outside he looks. He's going to have it done. He's got it done. It's a great overtake from Butler there around the outside of Ascari. Aaron gets a little bit wayward there, but he's managed to hold it. He's going to have DRS on the next straight. P-Benz and Stewart are now in on this as well. And all the while these guys fight, Brando's going to join him on the party soon as well. We could have a 5-way or a 6-way battle. A 5-way battle for P2. Monza is great. Like F2 in general is great, and Monza thrown in on that as well. This is just amazing. Brando sets the fastest lap of the race. These guys are 3.8 seconds behind Apollo. Lap 6 of 11. Only 6 laps left. We're halfway through. And Aaron and Butler make a little bit of contact, but it's fine, no damage for either, and they've got away with it. P-Benz as well, he's going to have a look as well, is he? Down the inside, no, thinks better of it, he's going to wait for the DRS. It's a smart thing to do. Stewart's on the back of these guys as well. All they need to do is just keep battling. One shot picks up a penalty, as does White Meat. P-Benz has almost lost it, manages to save it. But 3.5 seconds to Apollo. As these guys just battle, and then Apollo can get a podium here. Bradford picks up a penalty. As P-Benz isn't quite close enough to make the move yet. Just gonna wait until the start-finish straight. Get DRS again. But also Aaron does have DRS on Butler, but Butler looks like he's about to break it. He's 3.2 seconds behind Apollo. So there we go. He's just outside. Aaron's just outside of DRS. It's not going to do him a world of good. One shot's round again by the looks of it. P-Benz isn't quite close enough to make a move, neither is Stewart. They're all just still lining up. Now Brando's in on this. It's just a big DRS train off Butler at the moment. Apollo is 3 seconds up the road. He's just got to hope, and he's got to hold on. Just don't get within DRS. Don't let them get within DRS of him. And he should be home golden. But we'll have to wait and see. After White Meat picks up a penalty. Zombez is round at the first corner. But here we go, lap 7 of 11. A lot of DRS on each other at the moment. Aaron back within DRS of Butler. 2.5 seconds to the race leader Apollo. And Stewart looks like he's had a pretty good run there. One shot picks up a penalty for speeding in the pit lane. He retires from the session as well. Round the outside he looks for Parabolica. Is Stewart going to have this move done on P-Benz? Surely. He's got a great exit. It's still side by side. Both of them should have DRS. No, only Stewart has DRS. That means he has the move done. Great driving there from Stewart. Defends to the inside. But he gets the move done. Apollo picks up a penalty. No. That's going to cost him dearly. He was on track to win this race. He's picked up a penalty. He's just got to hope that all the guys behind do as well, but we'll have to wait and see. Aaron back on the back of Butler within DRS. They've actually broken it to Stewart. P-Benz is right behind Stewart. Brando's also right behind P-Benz. Down the inside, is he going to go? Yes, he is, down the inside of Lesmo 1. He's going to have that move done, surely. Into Lesmo 2. Breaks that tiny bit later. A little bit of a squeeze. He looks like he's got the move done. Both of them have DRS. Obviously, one of them off Stewart. He's looking, P-Benz looking to the inside of Ascari on Brando. Can't quite get it done though, and Brando's up into P5. Great race there so far. Back up to where he started. As Butler's now within DRS of Apollo, he's made a mistake. And Butler's now on the back of him. Is he going to have a move? He's going to have a look for a move here. Sets the fastest lap. Butler in the 29s in the sprint race. Down the inside, he's going to look. Is he? No, he's not quite close enough yet to Apollo. He's going to bide his time, wait a little bit longer. A little bit of a wiggle there from Apollo. Zombez has almost lost it at the Ascari chicane as well. But here we go, lap 9 of 11, 3 laps left. And Butler backs out. He doesn't overtake Apollo yet. But all of the time Stewart doesn't have DRS on these guys. They are pulling away, so Apollo could still get a podium here. As long as they gain another 3 tenths. If he was to let Butler go, or let both of them go, he could just be pulled along with the DRS. And then he could secure a P3 finish here. It's all dependent on what happens with Stewart. 5 grand picks up a penalty for corner cutting. His race has gone from bad to worse for the Carlin driver. And Butler just can't quite get past at the moment. He's getting affected by dirty air. Aaron's right on the back of him though, 1/10 behind. Is he going to go down the inside of the last corner? He's definitely going to look. I don't think he's quite close enough. He's still going to send it though. Down the inside they go. A bit of contact and Aaron's round. Oh, he was having a stellar drive up until that point. That's really gonna... Oh, that's a massive shame there for Aaron. He can still salvage some decent points out of this though. As Stewart's now back on the podium. Butler's P2 just behind Apollo. Apollo, let him go and pull him. Use him to pull you along. You can get P2. Come on, just let him go. You've got 2 laps left, and you can only afford to lose 2/10 of a second. Hang on, leader. Oh, you can afford to lose 1 second, but don't for the love of God. You can get P2 here if you just let him go and pull him along on the last lap. Come on. Yes. Go. Use his DRS. But there we go. Butler into the lead of the race now. And there he goes. Ronan Butler with the penalty. Butler doesn't have a penalty, does he? Don't do me like that. Please. Oh, he's only got a warning. You scared me then. Oh, Toft of White Meat's gone at Ascari. But all Apollo has to do now is sit within the DRS. He doesn't even need to overtake him. He's got 3.7 seconds to P-Benz. Obviously P-Benz doesn't have a penalty, but if P-Benz picks one up, then that could just solidify a P2 for Apollo. But last lap of the race, sprint race here. And here we go. Apollo is still within DRS. All he has to do is stay there. Let's have a quick look down the rest of the order. Stewart has been passed by Brando in the midst of all that as well. P-Benz is just up the road from Brando. But obviously P-Benz doesn't have a penalty. He's half a second away from P2, but if he carries on driving like that, he's going to get a penalty. But Butler is broken DRS now to Apollo. He's absolutely flying. Oh, a little bit of a corner cut there from Apollo. Oh no, he's going to lose P2. Brando, dive him. Come on. Send it to the moon. Oh no, Kieran, you had one job. You could have got a podium if you weren't such a corner cutter. But that's Apollo now off the podium, so this could mean a lot here. A lot of other people are getting penalties as well. I can't quite see who, but Brando down the inside of the last corner he goes. He's absolutely sent it. And is that P3 for Brando now? Butler says the fastest lap on the last lap. Apollo comes home P2, but he's not going to be enough. He loses out P3. Wait, no, he's got a podium still. Yes, Kieran still got a podium. Oh, he almost bottled that. He could have had P2 if he didn't get that, but oh, goodness gracious me. Bradford comes home P6. Well, Stewart P5, Brad P6. Aaron after that spin P7. Tads picks up the last point. Mr. Taddo P number 9. 5 Crown, a bit of a disaster weekend for him. P10, Zombes P11. I thought Richard was going to send it there. But no, he didn't. Thought better of it. Funky Cactus, his AI is P13. Ruxian will be P14 after an absolute disaster for him as well, but Apollo finally gets a good result. P3, could have been P2 if he didn't pick up another penalty, but what can you do really? I'll just wait until oh whoops, I've spelled Butler's name wrong, so it's now Bolter. Whoops, there we go, I'll flip those around. P-Benz P2 and Apollo P3. There we go, write it down so I know who to invite to this party. So I'll just wait for Ruxian to finish, we'll let the podium roll out and then I'll invite everyone to the I went Butler in first with a penalty to Apollo. Oh yeah. Scared me for a minute there, Ronan. Well, thank you for tuning in as well. It was a great couple of races here. This Mr. Butler doing yoga there to driver of the day, and been a very fun race here. I'll just let the podium roll out, and like I said, I'll invite these 4 to the party. We have Butler twice, P-Benz twice, Stewart and Apollo. So P1 and P2 were the same for both races. And there he is, doing his dance again for another faultless victory there for the Carlin driver, and with his teammate and championship rival not scoring points, this has, I definitely think, gained him the lead in the driver standings. But P-Benz again with P2, and Apollo finally Apollo gets a good result in P3 for the sprint race. Could have been a bit higher if he didn't corner cut so much. Right, I'll start inviting everyone now. Do I have to wait until I'm in the thing? Oh, my mic. Oh no. Right, hang on, I've just got to get everyone else in. Oh, this game is so great, I can't invite anyone from this screen.
What want me to invite him?
Why did you have to corner cut so much? You could have got P2.
I know. Oh well.
Stop corner cutting.
I don't even know who got. All I'm saying is Hunter.
Oh, what? Hang on. Invite the top 3 of the weekend. I don't know who that is. I didn't see who that was. Hang on. So that's...
Butler.
Okay, so I know that's Butler and P-Bens. I don't know who the third person is, but, I mean, I don't mind doing all the interviews. I've got nothing better to do. Invite. Right, so that's Butler. And then I just need P-Bens. And then who was who was top, like, P3 then of the weekend? Hang on, I can't load it back on the stream. Was it Brando?
Stuart, wasn't it?
Was it Stuart?
What was
I
the
don't
top 3?
know. Yeah, top 3 of the weekend.
It
If we're
was
doing it that way.
Stuart and P-Bens and myself.
Okay, so I'll invite Stuart. Sorry, Kieran. Right, there we go. Invite Stuart. And then once he's in, we can... There he is. Right, so this is the top 3 of the weekend. We have Mr. Domination, JC Butler, P1 in both races, as well as pole position. P-Bents P2 in both of his races, and then Stuart picking up 3rd best for the weekend. So we'll start off with you, Butler.
Okay.
I don't know what... Faultless. I can't think of any other word. You got pole. You won the feature and you won the sprint. Like,
And fast.
some great battles, and yeah, check all the boxes. Let's do it.
I've never done that before.
That was an absolutely stellar drive from yourself, from what I saw, and you're now, without a doubt, leading the drivers. And
Yeah.
Carlin have pretty much all but concealed the constructors, all but sealed the constructors as well.
Yeah. First race, I had a terrible start. I really didn't react off the lights well. They came on a lot quicker than expected. And then obviously got jumped by P-Bents and Taz in the feature race. And then Taz had a moment at the exit of the second corner in Ascari, and I picked up brown wing damage. I thought, well, that's it. But apparently, according to this game, brown wing damage doesn't mean much. To be honest, considering I was able to keep up.
It must have.
Apologies, my controller disconnected. I was saying it.
I was about to
I was gonna say I just cut off. It was a good race as well. I got lucky that I got the double move on P-Bents and Stuart like I did, because obviously P-Bents had a bit of a bad exit and that really impeded Stuart, and I just took it. And I thought when the safety car came out, I thought Stuart was gonna have a lunge, but fair play to him. He kept the pressure on and then moving. Race, I don't know what happened at the start. I was up to second somehow by just sheer luck of avoiding the incident, and then had a good battle with Aaron. Fair play to him. Obviously that ended in tears. Unfortunate for him as well.
Yeah,
and then catching Apollo, who drove very well. To be fair, shame he got a penalty. Really.
Yeah, it's definitely a shame. It was on course for either a win or even P2, but sadly he couldn't. But he still got a podium out of it, so that's all good. But massive congratulations for your weekend. You're thoroughly dominant from yourself.
It's a weekend I needed, but I'm not getting too confident because what the weekend 5s had could easily happen to me. And then the championships thrown way back over. I like Italy, but I wasn't expecting that kind of dominance, to be honest.
Yeah, he definitely definitely surprised everyone with that then, but thoroughly deserved. Well done for yourself. Now, second place over the weekend, P. Bents with 2 second places as well. Pretty good drives from both races. Some great battles with a lot of people. Stuart, Brando, the likes of as well Aaron and Butler.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, managed to pull away a decent haul of points for yourself. You finally have a new teammate as well in Brad. He didn't do too badly. Got some points on his debut as well. But give me some words on your weekend, how it went for you.
Well, I didn't expect it. So Turn is a great track, but I didn't think I would be as fast as I am right now. I'm really happy.
Well, congratulations, and very well deserved podiums in both races.
Thanks.
So Mr. Stewart, if I don't know, you kind of kept to yourself and you've come away with a really good haul of points. Had some good battles for yourself as well, and you've managed to pull away a decent points pool. Nice. Let's not speak English. Points haul for this weekend, and definitely bringing yourself back into some good positions for the championship. So give us a few words for your weekend.
Yeah, I'm actually really happy with that. I did not expect to be on the podium after I took a bit of a break from the game, but I think that's as much as I could have done. Both races, I'm very proud of that.
You have someone in chat as well. Lucas F13 says he's proud of you.
Oh,
as well.
Thank you.
He's tearing up.
But yeah, well done to you three. Top 3 of the weekend, and thoroughly enjoyable races to watch. Absolute carnage that is Monza. We're definitely treated, especially that sprint race start and the end of the feature race as well. Just utter chaos.
Yeah.
But that is that for races 19 and 20. Round 10, only 2 rounds left, being Russia and Abu Dhabi. 4 races left, and still relatively all to play for between the Carlin boys. I think constructors is all but done, but drivers is still pretty much all to play for you guys. So really looking forward to these next 2 race weekends, and that's pretty much all I've got to say. So thank you very much for watching, and see you guys next week.